Alright, hey you guys, it is TsubakiSwagg. Now I'm coming to you with my review of Tokyo Ghoul Re Chapter 38, a certain M. I'm guessing that means a certain man, I don't know. But this chapter was freaking awesome because I feel really, really freaking slow because I did not put two and two together that Mr. Shu is Tsukiyama because I'm just used to everybody calling him Tsukiyama. So now that I'm in the loop, I'm not confused about any of this mess anymore. So yay! But this chapter was freaking awesome. Oh my god. I was so happy that they finally showed Tsukiyama, like full out showed him, and he looks like he is skin and bones. He is like a shell of his former self, but Tsukiyama, I was like, yay! Tsukiyama is like one of my favorites from Tokyo Ghoul in general because he's just freaking awesome. So now that he's found out that Kaneki is alive, he has definitely sprung back to life. He is so ready to go see his man. He wants to see his man. But they did tell him that he has lost his memory and all that good stuff. And of course, Tsukiyama wouldn't take that for an answer. He came running towards him. And he was like, once you see me, you'll know who I am. I'll bring back your memories. And then me, you, and Hanami, and Banjo, and everybody can all hang out together and be together like we used to be back when. And all that good stuff. But of course, when Kaneki, aka Satsuki, saw him, he had no clue who Tsukiyama was. And of course, Tsukiyama was hurt by this, but he is very determined to make sure that Kaneki knows who he is. And then I like the fact, like, it threw me off a little bit, but I like the fact because, like they showed in the last chapter, that Kaneki went to go see Uta because he wanted to get a mask made, and he also brought his mask. Well, it is his mask, but he brought Kaneki's mask back, and he was like, "You sent this to me. Did you mean to give this to me? Blah blah blah." And he was like, "Oh, I must have sent it to the wrong address, but you can have it if you want it." Blah blah blah. And Kaneki, Satsuki, I keep wanting to call him Kaneki, and Satsuki was like, "No, I don't have to take it." Blah blah blah. And he was like, "I want you to have it. You can have it." And then Satsuki took them all of the cues to get fitted for masks. So they're all going to have masks, and Kaneki pretty much told them, he was like, we're all pretty much ghouls anyway, so we can use this as to infiltrate, blah blah blah. And they even put together that Uta is a ghoul, and I mean, Uta doesn't really do anything to them. And I like the fact that he has like he has a turtleneck on so you can't see his tattoos, because you know, like during the whole auction fight, you could see all of Uta's tattoos on his neck and all that good stuff. So he's definitely trying to cover those up. But I think it's actually pretty cool that Uta, I don't know if he was lying or not. I mean, I think that he's lying. Well, I mean, I don't think that he's lying when he said that he put ink in his eyes to black out his eyes, which is actually pretty freaking dope. I'm not that brave. I feel like I'm already blind. I value my eyesight, and I would probably freak out if I couldn't see anymore just because I decided to inject some black ink into my eyeballs. So Uta is freaking badass. Oh my god, I would love to have a friend like Uta. But he was asking them all these personal questions, like what do they like and what are they thinking about and all that kind of stuff, and just trying to figure out what to make for their mask, like how he did for Kaneki way back in the day. Feels like it's been so long, but it hasn't been. So he pretty much told them that he was going to have them ready as soon as possible, and when he does, he'll let them know, blah blah blah. And they all knew that Uta was a ghoul, which is okay. I mean, they weren't going to attack him because Satsuki brought them there. But then they show, I cannot remember their names, but the two people talking, and they're pretty much saying that Satsuki has gone overboard. He shouldn't be trying to act like a ghoul, and the man pretty much says that he is a ghoul. And they even mentioned at the beginning, I think it was the beginning of this chapter, that Satsuki, aka Kaneki, was actually a ghoul, and he was attacked by Arima, which effed up his memory, made him forget about everything, and then he was pretty much reprogrammed to be a ghoul investigator. So he's a ghoul that is a ghoul investigator. I mean, he's a half ghoul technically, but he's a ghoul that is a ghoul investigator. And they know this, but they're pretty much trying to keep his identity from him too. So everyone knows except for him that he is who he was, and I think even at this point that he is starting to learn who he was. So, I mean, they even said that he's dangerous. I'm like, Kaneki is not dangerous. He's actually helping you guys. Unless you piss him off or do something to trigger his memory, y'all be fine. But Kaneki is freaking awesome. Satsuki is freaking awesome. And then, of course, we see, what's his face? The creepo with the messed up face that has no nose or nothing. What is his name? I know he says it, but I can't remember what it is. Anyways, so they had a hostage from the Rose Corporation, which is Tsukiyama's family. Tsukiyama's dad looked like he could tear some shit up. Like, he looks like he's pretty freaking awesome. I would be afraid of him, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. So, Scarface, Clayface, what's his face? Pretty much looks like, well, he cut dude's tongue out because he wouldn't say anything.